Television highlights of the news of yesteryear. Here's George Bernard Shaw in his somewhat comparative youth. And here, with his non-writing hand in a sling, the extraordinary Irishman escorts his lady like an ordinary gentleman. In 1933, at the age of 77, Shaw makes his historic visit to America, and by refusing to talk to reporters, he really makes news. But Shaw could talk, and did on rare occasions.
Now, you really ought, all of you, to have come to the place from which I am now addressing you, and that is Malvern, quite the best bit of England, because I have got something for you here. What you really want is new minds and souls, or you want your old minds and souls repaired, renewed. Well, I am down here at Malvern with a very great friend of mine, who is known perhaps to some of you. I mean Sir Barry Jackson. And Sir Barry Jackson and I are in the same business. We provide people with new minds and with new souls, or we repair their old minds and their old souls. And we do it by means of the theatre. We have made a theatre in Malvern, practically a new theatre, all for your accommodation. And we are going to do a number of plays, which are all written by me, I may say, and therefore they're not the old sort of play that makes you, persuades you to laugh when you are not really amused, and which persuades you to feel very emotional when there's really nothing the matter. My plays are all in the business of providing the new minds and the new souls. That is our business. You will have to come to the theatre quite early, at about 6 o'clock, and you'll have to stay there very late. It'll be a tremendously long business, and you'll suffer a great deal in the process. But it will be, on the whole, you will go away feeling that you have had your money's worth to a most tremendous extent.
It's 1921, and United States Army and Navy bombers lay touchy eggs on vessels captured from Germany. 36 bombers blast the G-102, and when it's all over, the G-102 is reduced to 0. The Navy dreadnought Delaware sends salvos into this pair of the ex-Kaiser's seagoing prize. This is more than 20 years before there was such naval might as the Missouri, but the Navy of the U.S. packed a potent pistol even then. It's 1929, and here's the then Ambassador Charles Dawes speaking at his ancestral home in England. United States Minister to Britain, Dawes and his inverted pipe were popular twosome on both shores of Atlantic, with Dawes best remembered as Vice President under Coolidge. Here with wife and child is Sweden's Count Bernadotte. It's October 1930, and death in a Palestine tragedy is long way off for father of little Gustav. Here's his countess, the former Estelle Bernadotte, happy in her marriage, which is one day to be destroyed by assassin's bullets. Setting sail for Rome and an official visit with the Pope, here's Archbishop Patrick Hayes. It's only 1921, And Hayes is already head of the Archdiocese of New York. It is not until 1924 that he is made the immortal Patrick Cardinal Hayes. Springfield Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, is fountain of flames as entire downtown block is destroyed by fire that blazes through the night. Next morning, all that remains is smoking and smoldering ruins. The time, late 1920s, and it was years since Newark suffered by baptism of fire such as this, and it was years before it suffered another. Flash blazes during day take their toll of firemen. One more drops. And here's wrecked and charred ruins of what was one big block of office buildings and lots. Cost of blaze and injury to firefighters and damage to equipment was high, and price tag of destruction done by hot blaze was put at cool millions. Its mass merger in Montreal Ball in the early 1930s as 105 romantic couples prepared to take their vows in production line wedding ceremonies. It's legal and binding as a church marriage, though, as priests officiate in one of the largest mass weddings in Canada. And the service is good, too, what with one priest to every couple. If you're interested in statistics, friends of the brides and grooms jam the stands by the thousands. Average age of bride is 23. Average age of the 105 males giving up their freedom for matrimonial bliss is all of 26. Idea of mass wedding was begun by parish priest, and his 105 marrying couples made the ceremony a 105-ring circus. It's 1920, and dredge licks up the bottom of the Susquehanna River near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Dredge is not deepening channel for river traffic, but salvaging coal washed down from mines along the waterways. With coal at premium since close of recently ended World War I, this operation is saving money. With barge loaded to gunnels and heaped over, the dredge quits for the day, and wet fuel heads for dry land. Yes, you guessed it, the barge is powered by an old-fashioned paddle wheeler. At Harrisburg, coal saved from a long journey to the sea is put ashore for far more important journeys to homes and factories in need of heat during the winter. It ain't hay, but it's worth lots of money. Here's end of record-breaking flight from Los Angeles to New York. It's 10th of December, 1930, as plane taxis to a slow stop at Roosevelt Field. And who steps out of plane but one of America's leading woman flyers, Ruth Nichols of Cincinnati. Mom's plenty proud of her daughter, too, for Ruth's flight established coast-to-coast record of 13 hours, 22 minutes. Which was 1 full hour better than mark set by Lindy.
Why, heaven help the working girl. It's around the turn of the century, and here are a few of the girls who helped turn the wheels of industry. Women, it seems, suddenly preferred a place of business instead of a place in the home. Those aren't nighties, they're street clothes. In the early days of finery for chorus girls, every stage show boasted of chorus a la Floridora. And the wide hats were not only the fashion, they filled the stage with something anyway. Here are the famous Tumble sisters, popular circuit performers and quick change artists. Last one out of her long underwear is a sissy. First one out is a contortionist. Are they really changing costumes, or are they just putting on carbon copies of what they've taken off? Who knows? Well, anyway, here's what the change was for. And those things they're wearing aren't headpieces, they're headaches. Even aspirin couldn't cure.
Bobby Jones' right makes headlines in 1926 as he mercilessly licks all competitors in United States Open. Crowd thrills as all of Bobby's rivals falter, and it looks as if young Jones is cinched to add American to already acquired British crown. And Bobby does it, winning 2 Open championships in 1 year. 4 years later, though, Bobby won all 4 top golfing crowns. It's 28th of January 1926, and here are final events of 3-day World Skating Championships at St. John's, New Brunswick. And winter sports history is in the making here. It's big meet, with big names in skating such as these: Gorman, new world's champ, and Thunberg, Little Finland's best. Second high scorer in meet is Chicago's O'Neill Farrell. Young number 108 is only 7. And no world champion skating meet is without its races for women. Winner is Neela Brooks of Toronto, Canada. Here's the fast-moving and hard-grinding quarter-mile event. Leader here has already taken 1 second and 3 first places. Quarter is another first for Gorman, world skating champ.